talk us through the rationale of this Qualtrics IPO just 2 years after the record deal.
Yeah, so good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so when we are talking about Qualtrics, let me first outline that Qualtrics was for sure one of the best acquisitions SAP ever did. I mean, they performed in the last 90 months above and beyond all the expectations we have set at the point of the acquisition. Now, 3 months back, when I became the sole CEO of SAP, Ryan Smith and I discussed a few options about how to move Qualtrics to the next level. And the partial IPO, and we are both fully convinced, is actually a win-win situation for both SAP and Qualtrics. Why? First, it will allow Qualtrics to focus on the non-SAP customer base in a high-growth market. And second, despite the IPO, of course, SAP will remain fully committed to experience management, and we will develop further use cases for our customers, and of course also continue with the joint go-to-market. So SAP is fully committed and will be, of course, also on the long run, highly committed to Qualtrics, and also will remain a majority shareholder of Qualtrics going forward.
Right. So with that structure, do you expect to be able to compete with Salesforce still, which was the rationale initially of acquiring Qualtrics?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we kicked off already in the last 19 months great use cases for our customers. So we launched the human experience management, which helped both to accelerate the sales of Qualtrics, but also, of course, of our core application success factors. We did the same for commerce. And in our product strategy, there are actually plans to really expand experience management across our solution portfolio. And our employees are very excited about that because they see the benefits for our customers. And this is something what won't change with the IPO. We only allow now Qualtrics with more autonomy to also go after the market with non-SAP customers, as this is a high-growth segment.
Christian, is there a risk, though, that investors start to see some flip-flopping or lack of clarity around strategy, not just because of this change with Qualtrics in as much as 2 years, but also the fact that you've gone from a co-CEO to a CEO structure?
Absolutely not. Yeah. So first of all, when you look back into our last quarter, we are very, very proud of this result because it shows the resiliency of SAP during this crisis. We closed over 17,000 license transactions. We delivered go-lives above 18,000. So this shows how resilient SAP is in this crisis. Our current cloud revenue backlog is up 21% as customers are realizing to also increase their resiliency. They need SAP solutions like for an intelligent supply chain, like for commerce, like for Qualtrics. So SAP is more relevant than ever in this crisis. And finally, you mentioned it, our free cash flow is up 59%. So we are also able to, on the one hand, tightly manage our bottom line, but at the same time also invest into our future growth drivers like the industry cloud. So we are doing this now out of a position of strength.
Right, yeah. I mean, in some ways, and not to kind of labour the point of what might be negative in the outlook, but you've almost been given a tailwind by COVID, Christian. So talk to me about what you're actually doing actively to benefit the business rather than benefiting from a market shift that's kind of happened outside of the business.
I mean, when I'm talking to the CEOs the last 3 months, it's always about, driving a higher resiliency for their business going forward. And in order to do that, they want to double down on their business transformation. When you are transforming businesses, you have to transform the way how your company runs. And that requires intelligent solutions for commerce, for supply chain, for experience management, to feel the sentiment of your employers, of your customers. And this is what SAP is doing all the time. And this is why we have also, of course, seen already now a strong demand for our cloud applications. And of course, we continue to develop on our promise of the intelligent enterprise by really having the broadest solution portfolio in the market, but also making the integration work so that customers can really drive their business end to end.
Yeah, talk to me as well about just the broader strategy of carving out non-core businesses, Christian. Do you expect any more divestments in the near or medium-term future?
I mean, what we already have done the last 3 months, you probably have seen, our announcement, with Siemens to really develop for our customers end-to-end solutions for Industry 4.0. We announced a partnership with Honeywell to also deliver the intelligent enterprise for the real estate industry. So we are all up, for forming a big ecosystem, which helps our customers to offer them end-to-end solutions for the digital transformation. And this is what we will continue to do so, because SAP also has to focus on our set of core applications to deliver the intelligent enterprise and expand our portfolio with strong players out there in the market to really drive the business transformation of our customers end to end. So yes, we will have the right focus while we are expanding our portfolio with own developments in the industries, but also expanding it by strong partner solutions out there.
Christian, what is the focus on diversity at SAP now that you are the sole CEO?
Yeah, talking about our people strategy, we are completely convinced that a diverse company at the end of the day will deliver better results. So we are doubling down on our objectives on diversity, both from a gender, but as well from a geography and ethnic perspective. And we have set ourselves very ambitious objectives. But it's not only done by quotas. We are already now taking real actions in the recruiting, in the development of our talents, that we also will come up with a more diverse companies in the year to come.